Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this 1-hour special edition of Left, Right and Centre. I'm Sanket Upadhyay. A startling claim has been made by the Mumbai Police Commissioner, that there is a ratings scam, a TRP, television rating point scam, to get or to pay people to watch news. This is cheating, the police says. They feel that they have enough reason to believe that this was a scam being carried out in a very systematic way. There's a statement also from the people who've been accused of going ahead with this scam. We'll get you all the sides of the story. But should this now be an inflection point for a cleanup in the media, a larger debate? Right here on NDTV, we've been saying for a very long time that there is a ratings fraud happening in this country. We'll draw your attention to a write-up written by Dr. Pranoy Roy way back in 2017, where he listed out how exactly it was being done. Should this be seen as the beginning of the end for hate for profit, as well as a media indulging in corrupt practices? But first, let me begin by asking a question to the Home Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Anil Deshmukh, who is with us. देशमुख जी, सबसे पहले तो एक बहुत दुखद खबर आ रही है, और वो ये है कि केंद्र में मंत्री रामविलास पासवान, उनका निधन हो गया है अभी। मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूं कि ये कितनी बड़ी क्षति है राजनीति को। बहुत बड़े नेता थे, प्रभावी नेता थे, सभी पार्टियों से उनका ताल्लुकात थे, उनका ऐसे असमय निधन हो जाना एक कितनी बड़ी क्षति की बात है?
सभी जानते हैं कि पासवान जी एक बहुत बड़े गद्दावर नेता थे, और उनका एकाएक इस प्रकार से मृत्यु होना सभी को बड़ा दुख है उस बात का। हम महाराष्ट्र की तरफ से, महाराष्ट्र की जनता की तरफ से हम उनको श्रद्धांजलि अर्पण करते हैं।
जी देशमुख जी, अब मैं आपसे सवाल पूछना चाहता हूं। आज जो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर की, आप गृह मंत्री हैं तो आपसे ये सवाल पूछना लाजमी है कि किस तरीके से एक रेटिंग्स स्कैम हो रहा है। अब वो हमने बात तो सुन ली मुंबई पुलिस कमिश्नर से कि कैसे उनको जानकारी मिली, क्या वो जांच कर रहे हैं और किन धाराओं पर वो जांच हो रही है। आप पर एक आरोप लगाया गया है उस चैनल के मालिक द्वारा कि ये इसलिए किया जा रहा है क्योंकि उन्होंने भंडाफोड़ किया, उस चैनल के मालिक ने और उस चैनल के ने काफी जगह एक्सपोज किया महाराष्ट्र की सरकार को, इस वजह से आप बदले की भावना से उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं। आपका जवाब?
देखिए पहली बात, महाराष्ट्र में हमारी मुंबई पुलिस हो, महाराष्ट्र पुलिस हो, ये सुशांत सिंह के केस का बड़े प्रोफेशनली इसकी जांच कर रही है, प्रोफेशनली इसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, और बहुत अच्छा हमारा इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू था। लेकिन एकाएक ये पूरा मामला सीबीआई को इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए दिया गया। जब इसकी सुनवाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट में चालू थी, उस टाइम ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज साहब ने भी उन्होंने जो वर्डिक्ट दिया, वो वर्डिक्ट में भी उन्होंने उसको बताया कि मुंबई पुलिस का जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है बहुत अच्छी तरीके से, बहुत प्रोफेशनली चालू था, और उन्होंने समाधान व्यक्त किया मुंबई पुलिस के इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बारे में। अब उसके बावजूद कुछ नेशनल चैनल किसी पार्टी की सुपारी लेके बात करते हैं या अपने चैनल का इस्तेमाल करते हैं,
सुपारी, और
वो चैनल के बारे में जब सच्चाई सामने आती है, और वो चैनल के बारे में जब रिपब्लिक चैनल के बारे में जब सच्चाई सामने आती है कि अपनी चैनल की टीआरपी बढ़ाने के लिए काफ़ी उन्होंने माल प्रैक्टिसेस करके अपनी टीआरपी बढ़ाने की कोशिश की, और इसकी जब जानकारी हमको मिली है तो हमारे पुलिस कमिश्नर साहब ने, हमारे पुलिस ने उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन चालू की है, और उसमें हमने 4 लोगों को अरेस्ट भी किया है। और एक बात एज ए होम मिनिस्टर मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि ये पूरे मामले की हम
जी बिल्कुल
आखिरी तक अच्छी तरीके से इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे, और जो भी इसमें दोषी है, कितना भी बड़े से बड़ा आदमी इसमें दोषी है, तो उसको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा।
नहीं देशमुख जी, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं, आपने और कमिश्नर साहब दोनों ने ये चीज बोली कि कितना भी बड़ा आदमी हो उसको छोड़ा नहीं जाएगा। इस मामले में जांच होगी और दोषी पाया गया तो उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी होगी। मैं आपसे खुल के और सीधे सीधे सवाल पूछता हूं, क्योंकि आपने रिपब्लिक टीवी चैनल का नाम लिया है उस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में, तो क्या आप उस रिपब्लिक टीवी चैनल के एक वरिष्ठ एंकर और मालिक श्री अर्नब गोस्वामी को क्वेश्चनिंग के लिए बुलाएंगे?
देखिए, एक ही चैनल नहीं और इसके अलावा भी और कुछ चैनल इसमें इन्वॉल्व हो, रिपब्लिक चैनल के अलावा भी और कोई चैनल इन्वॉल्व हो और इस प्रकार की माल प्रैक्टिस का वो इस्तेमाल करते हो और ये इसके बारे में हमारे इन्वेस्टिगेशन में आए तो उससे कितना भी बड़ा आदमी हो उसके ऊपर कानूनन कार्रवाई हम करेंगे और कोई भी चैनल के कितना भी बड़ा आदमी हो उसको बख्शा नहीं जाएगा।
ठीक है देशमुख जी, एनडीटीवी से जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वी नाउ हैव डॉक्टर अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी, कांग्रेस एमपी, आल्सो जॉइनिंग अस। डॉक्टर सिंघवी, I'm not going to narrow this down to just one individual or the malpractice by one company, because I'm sure, I mean, you also know, and Dr. Roy has written extensively about this, that it's not about one company, one individual, but a systemic rot as far as the rating system in this country is concerned. It has existed, it has been highlighted. So are we looking at just the tip of the iceberg?
Sanket, I'm so happy that you have taken the words out of my mouth. Had you not said so, the first sentence I would have said is this. This is not about Times Now or Arnab or X or Y or Z at all. It is an institutional issue. The issue is much larger. I have written and spoken about this for years. And I remember almost 10 years ago, I said that the people who are able to skew the game, to game the game, so to say, should be given a Nobel Prize for miniaturization. Because really, if you are able to judge the preferences of a 125 crore Republic of India with reference to some 20-30,000 meters, I don't know, the latest figure I'm told is 44,000, then you deserve a Nobel Prize for miniaturization. Point one. Point two, it's a much larger structural issue because we all talk about it. We all lecture about it. I spoke, in fact, in the Jethmalani Memorial Lecture just a month ago, and I raised this issue. You don't realize the long-term effect of it because the meter reflects a supposed view. The supposed view reflects what people supposedly want to see. What people supposedly want to see is what you then start producing. And because you want a certain kind of program, it has a direct influence on content because that's where the money comes from. Now, this is also because we have this huge vacuum, whether because of vested interests, I have no hesitation in saying, and vested interests could be social, political, economic, media, everything, that you don't have an independent regulator for TRP ratings. Can you imagine? I mean, I think the channels in America and UK may be even more aggressive. But we cannot imagine that you will have a doubt on ratings. Then again, apart from the absence of an independent regulator, the technique and the technicality, I'm now coming to a lower level. One is the overall concept that this is most unsatisfactory of having only 30-40,000 meters. Second is when you go into the nitty-gritty, the devil and the details, you realize that there are so many, caveats and tricks of the trade as to how you actually calculate it, how you increase or decrease, and how you completely confuse people like you and me, individuals or common people watching TV. They're saying this particular time, this particular day, I'm number one, then you are number two in the next slot, and so on and so forth. I don't understand. An independent regulator genuinely should publish these ratings every week. But we don't have it because it doesn't suit anybody. And also, let me tell you that the larger issue, these are all linked. I mean, to see them separately is wrong. The larger issue of reform in the media, we don't have, do you know that the longest languishing bill possibly after the Lokpal, which I had the privilege of chairing the parliamentary committee, and now it is thankfully law, but probably the second or third longest is the broadcasting bill, which deals with Chinese walls, ethical standards, reform of ownership and media conflicts. Now, these are all issues where I think enough time has gone. That bill is, by the way, languishing for 25, 30 years. We have to sit down because this is actually fooling all the people all the time. You've achieved it. And I think it's terrible and tragic,
well said,
because
Dr.
India
Singh.
is the most vibrant democracy. And if people of 500, 600
Absolutely.
million
And
people
it
are
cannot
watching
be,
you on prime
you cannot
time,
map the public mood of a 137 crore strong nation with 40 odd thousand meters. I think you've spoken, you've hit the nail on the head, and the purpose of this discussion is exactly that. When you will have a malpractice or a faulty practice, it will result in malpractices. So the point is that we need a systemic shift and a systemic fix to be able to look ahead and look forward, and possibly
simple thing,
also the beginning of the end for hate for profit media.
Policeman. You need a genuinely independent regulator who simply publishes this. This first phase or first part of the scam will end. It's not about ABC, it's not about NDTV channel or this channel, that. It's about the capacity to game the system will go. We don't even have that.
Well said. Okay, Dr. Singhvi, thank you so much for joining us, and these are extremely valuable inputs. Let's hope the government, and by the way, only yesterday, and I was quite pleasantly surprised that only yesterday in a lecture, the Information Broadcasting Minister talked about TRP journalism, and he went at length for about 2.5 minutes where he spoke about TRP journalism and how this is now a very bad thing happening, and today you have this. Let's treat
like
today as a day. Yes.
I also like that point. I heard it, I read it, but I remain skeptical because irrespective of political color, we've had statements like this across the board for years and decades. I think that the political consensus and will is needed, and we have to bust the vested interest, whoever they may be, and simply the larger issue of broadcasting will take longer, but at least have an appointment of an independent regulator.
Okay. Absolutely. Dr. Singhvi, thank you so much for joining us. Let's now throw this open for a discussion. The idea is to discuss and debate what is going to be our future. How is that future going to be as far as consuming the news is concerned? Because surely this is not what, this notion that is given that this is what viewers love and this is what viewers want. Everything is put on the viewers, that viewers want this. I do not agree. And I'm sure there are crores and crores of people who do not agree that this is all that the viewers want. So could this be the beginning of the end for hate for profit media? Can we use this moment positively to make that change? Jawahar Sarkar is now joining us. Thank you very much, Mr. Sarkar, for joining us. A very, very elaborate career that you have had, particularly in the Prasar Bharati as well, and your inputs will be very interesting to read and know about and hear about. Kumar Ketkar, senior journalist and Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress Party. Mr. PKD Nambiar, political analyst, supports the BJP. Abhishek Tripathi is a BJP supporter, filmmaker, writer and columnist. N. Ram, another senior voice, director of the Hindu Publishing Group, is also with us. Mr. Dilip Cherian, image guru. And we also have Abhinandan Sikri, co-founder of newslaundry.com. Thank you very much. In just a short moment, we'll have Geeta Bhatt as well. Professor Bhatt, political analyst, views lean towards the right and also towards the BJP. The purpose of this discussion for about 35-40 minutes now is going to be, and I'm consciously calling it a discussion, not a debate, is going to be to look at the future. Let's be future ready. Learn something from this moment and be future ready. So let's begin with you first, Mr. Jawahar Sarkar. This moment when something like this has happened, where we have finally openly started speaking and acknowledging that there is a rating scam in this country. Do you think that this is a first positive step?
You see, BARC itself was the first positive step. You have to understand the background of this TV rating system. What we inherited in 2012, 13, for the last decade or plus, was a very faulty system. It was called TAM, but the system itself was at fault because we had only 8,000 people meters. 8,000 people meters were deciding the TRP for the whole nation. Number one. Number two, it was privately owned. Therefore, biases could creep in. Now, this BARC was set up with the active support of the government, I was then a bit involved as an independent regulator set up by the industry. It's still governed by the industry. It doesn't listen to government at all. I mean, it doesn't need to listen to government at all. And this put in a quite foolproof system. At every level, there are checks and balances. I'm not defending the leakage that has happened. All I'm saying is the system that was put in place was reasonably sound. It works on its own algorithms. So if somebody rigs a particular household and shows one channel all the time, there's a filter within the system that can eliminate this biased input. There are systems in place. I really don't know where the systems have faulted. I really can't say, but all I can tell you is that the systems that were put in place were as a result of absolutely faulty rating system. Now, having said that,
no, by the way, Mr. Sarkar, if I may, this point that you're mentioning, sorry to cut you short, but the point that you're mentioning, it will be interesting for you to know that the Mumbai Police Commissioner said that it is this very agency, Hansa Research, which pointed out this anomaly, the fact that a channel was on for a very long time. So in a way, it seems that your system worked.
The system worked. I'm not listen. I'm not part of the system, and I'm neither defending it. All I'm saying is at that point of time in 2014, this was a perfect system. Number one. Number two, this does not vitiate. This does not militate against the fact that there is a TRP tyranny that's going on, based on 44,000 meters. Now, whether you can have 44,000 or the nation can afford 1,44,000 is an altogether different matter. The third issue that Mr. Singhvi raised was a larger issue of broadcast reform that really doesn't seem to be coming anywhere. The broadcast scene is still dominated by big money. By big money. It's dominated by big, deep pockets and big money. It's too reliant. It's too obsessively reliant on advertisement. Now, that's not very good because subscription also plays a role. Subscription ensures a free viewpoint. But when you have commercial ads coming in, and commercial ads come in because of TRP, and TRP itself, you are now saying, or the Bombay police is saying, was rigged to an extent, so then the whole game goes awry. You get my point? So the issue of broadcast reform needs more political will. The issue of expanding the database of TRP system of BARC is open to question. I mean, if you can afford it, please do it. The larger your base, the larger your coverage, the more fair is your result. But currently,
I think the larger design should also be a subject matter of probe, which Mr. Sarkar now finally, the Mumbai police says it is going to do. Of course, we've seen, in this individual case, and I'll now come to Mr. N. Ram. Mr. Ram, in this individual case, you must have seen that the anchor in question and his channel are now saying that they belong to Sanatan Dharm and that's why they are being targeted. Surely Sanatan Dharm does not tell people to fudge the ratings. So I don't know what sort of an argument this is. But, the larger point of cleaning up this system of the ratings business, which by the way, Dr. Roy has been speaking about, let's quickly pull up those graphics on screen, where he says, and he explains the manner in which this is done, that there are ratings consultants all over the country in all major cities. They can operate on a small fee. There are cases where a 60-inch plasma TV is gifted to these people where there are people meters installed, and then they're told that you watch whatever you want on this big TV, but please watch these list of channels also on the TV with the people meter. It was that simple. And Nielsen carried out an investigation, and after years of investigation, they concluded that this is the worst metering system in the whole world. Mr. N. Ram.
Yes, I followed that very closely. I followed that very closely. In 2012, I believe NDTV went to filed a suit in a New York court against the TAM system and alleging fraud with very detailed supporting documents. at that point of time. And as Mr. Sarkar has said, the system has changed. But what is involved here, what is alleged here is a rogue practice. That's what it is. And I think it's ridiculous to say that a particular TV channel is being targeted, because if you look at the record of BARC, I think they took action in Karnataka, in Madhya Pradesh, in Assam in 2018-19 on much the same thing, and also in Telangana in November of last year against channels. So what we are talking about here is alleged fraud, an alleged rogue practice. That's the key issue, and no use hiding under freedom of speech or freedom of the media in this case, when what is alleged is that, I repeat, what is alleged, it needs investigation, is an economic offense. So let them, this is ridiculous. The media are not about the law, and promoters of the media are not about the law. And if fraud or cheating is involved, then I think the law will have to take its course. And for the head of that particular channel you referred to allege all kinds of conspiracies is just is a sick joke.
I think you've been very kind, Mr. N. Ram, in your assessment, but yeah, I mean, to bring in religion here also. In TRP fudging, you're bringing in Sanatan Dharma. I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but Kumar Ketkar, I want to bring you in at this moment. Do you feel, Mr. Ketkar, that an attempt now is being made that first you fudge the ratings, and fudging of the ratings should not be seen as a standalone practice. So you fudge the ratings and then you push your own agenda. Then because you have fudged the ratings, you're circulating that stale air propaganda, and then you're making people believe that this is the reality. That's what people want to watch, thus building a narrative. A larger conspiracy, Mr. Ketkar.
You asked me, this is going to be really, if investigated, a larger scam than all the scams that we have known so far, from Harshad Mehta to the alleged EVM scam. This is one of the biggest scams, because almost 90% of India is connected by TV, and that TV manipulation was going on for quite some time. I am actually surprised, though I am happy, that it has come to light just now. Do you mean to say that the PMO and the Home Ministry did not know what was happening? They were the most conscious about what is happening in the media, particularly the media that is being referred to. Obviously, they were quite aware and they were using it. So those who were using it, like the PMO and the HMO, should have known this, because they were perhaps manipulating it. We don't know. But perhaps the real investigation, if the real investigation takes place without fear or favor, I think they will be able to come out of the trap that was laid for the people and for the politics. I think it is a very dangerous, it is a larger scam, and we must take serious note of it. I remember, if you have 1 minute,
Mr. Ketkar, if I've heard you correctly, your audio is very faint. If I heard you correctly, you're comparing this to the Harshad Mehta scam. You're saying it's going to be that huge.
I am saying that it is larger than Harshad Mehta scam. It is larger than the alleged scam of EVM, because this is manipulation of minds. This is manipulation of media. This is manipulation of media owners and anchors and editors and the whole profession of journalism. And I think this scam is going to be...
No, you are alleging... What are you alleging, Mr. Ketkar? Who is manipulating media?
I think those who are interested in having a particular agenda, political agenda, the religious agenda, and the kind of divisive agenda in the country, they are actually having this scam. Yeah, and that political agenda was known for quite some time. I distinctly remember that manipulation was alleged, actually, when we had invited Sri Pranay Rai as a chief Lifetime Achievement Award winner in Press Club in Mumbai. He had hinted such a possibility, though he did not say in so many words. But later on in 2017, I think, he wrote that. And he has clearly said that this manipulation game is going to be very dangerous. That's
exactly what we are referring to.
Yeah, it is going to be very dangerous. He had recently said, but actually he had said, you are quoting 2017. What I am saying is, he had said that in Press Club at Lifetime Achievement Award 2 years before that. And I think Frankly speaking,
Okay.
this was known to the media persons for quite long time, but I think even media persons kept quiet.
Okay.
The Home Ministry kept quiet.
Okay, Mr.
Everybody
Tripathi,
kept quiet.
I think the media, a large section of the media is paying the price also, that they bent over backwards to accommodate, and obviously now this has become some sort of an inflection point, and you see a lot of people speaking against an individual channel. The idea is to change that whole system, that systemic rot. Abhishek Tripathi, there was a point mentioned by Mr. Ketkar who says that this is going to be bigger than the Hansal Mehta fraud, and there is a great political interest because of which fudged ratings and hate for profit media has existed. They're working in an ecosystem. And I think the allegation is that, since you are a BJP supporter, the allegation is that this is to benefit a ruling party.
This is very strange, Sanketji. I'm here sitting listening to the discussion by honorable panelists, and Mr. Ketkar just quoted that this is equal or probably more than what Harshad Mehta scam was. Now today, Mumbai Police Commissioner has allegedly done a press conference and has alleged that this kind of malpractice is happening, and they have got the complaint. Now they are probing it. And we are having a discussion here on a basis as if today the verdict had come out from the court. I mean, on what basis are we deciding that what is happening has actually happened? The probe will start. The probe will begin. I think then only we will come to know.
Correct.
This is the first press conference that we see exactly how we are told that we should not.
No, but
talk
what
about
is your
any
view,
other
Mr.
cases.
Tripathi, on what the cop has said? You've heard the top cop. He says that on the basis of a complaint by Hansa Research, on the basis of their complaint and also material provided to them by BARC rating agency, they carried out a preliminary investigation to find that the meters were fixed, that people were being told to watch this channel, among other channels, Republic TV.
Sanketji, every time there is a complaint by somebody, this time this is one agency, Hansa, every time there is a complaint which goes to police starts to probe, and then how it's taken further. I don't think we, like we were discussing the other day, we should do a media trial on something which is related to media. We have just gotten to know this today as a complaint. As a complaint that we have gotten to know this.
Which is why, Mr. Tripathi, the purpose of this conversation is not to talk about an individual or target him, which, by the way, that individual so very much loves. The idea is to fix the systemic rot, and that is what we are discussing here at this moment. I just gave you a right to reply to what Mr. Ketkar had to say.
No. Please let me add on to very little thing. If the malpractices is there, the severe of the severe possible punishment, and everybody who's involved should be rightly and legally implicated in the case, and the probe should happen. But just in case there is not enough proof and there is no solid proof by which Mumbai police is probing, I think it will fall on their faces. I just want to say that this is just
if there is not enough proof, it will be read as political vendetta. It will be read as political, and the man is going to walk free. It is very clear, and he will be acquitted. It's very clear.
And still, it's a long way to go, Sanketji. It has just happened today evening, and we are all in a state of shock. If something like this is happening, this should not happen. And if it's not happening, I wonder what's going to happen.
Okay. Sure. Mr. Tripathi, thank you so much for participating in this discussion. Dilip Cherian is also with us, and in just a short moment, Abhinandan Sikri is also going to join us. Professor Bhatt is also with us. Mr. Cherian, you're a very active speaker on media panels. You've been closely watching and monitoring how TV news debates are conducted. It's a tragedy that instead of reporting on other things in this country, we are reporting on our own. But such are the times that this has to be done, and this is extremely important, isn't it? I don't think one should be ashamed of fixing one's own self.
Okay, there are three issues here. This morning when we watched the Vice President debate in the United States, there was one line which resonated right through. You're entitled to your opinion, but you're not entitled to your facts. The facts must be very clear. Second, I believe that BARC may be a better system, but
what we are talking about here is the ability of the agencies who they use and former employees to help any business in the media business to game the system. So I don't think that we need to question whether the system works or not. What we have, at least what is being investigated by the Mumbai police, is whether former employees of agencies working for BARC can help somebody game the system. That's the second thing. The third thing that we have to keep in mind is that there has been enormous damage to the image of BARC because this has happened, and the people who pay for it are, as Mr. Sarkar mentioned, are the advertising agencies who pick up the bill for a large part of the efforts that go into giving these numbers, which people then believe and rely on and worry about on Thursday morning. And the fourth thing is that the biggest dhoka or the biggest damage has happened to the corporates who pay television channels based on their trust and faith in what the advertising agencies are telling them.
So you're saying that even corporates
that
and advertisers
this is the data we have.
cheated?
Sorry?
No, you're saying that even corporates and advertisers who pay on the basis, who position ads on the basis of these fudged ratings, they have also been cheated. It's not just the viewers.
They have been cheated of vast quantities of money because they are the ones who, at the moment, in the era of no one paying enough subscription, and Abhinandan will speak on that, I'm sure, that you are talking about them funding the entire media system. So when that goes wrong, then what I started with, the fundamental premise that you are entitled to your opinion but not on your facts, when the facts are wrong all the way up, it cascades into a kind of opinion market which somebody who's manipulating the system has the ability to then influence.
Yes, Mr. Nambiar, you've heard what Mr. Cherian has to say. The point is that a dangerous experiment was being carried out, and people were successful because here we had this new and improved system. But over time, this new and improved system was not a fortress that could not be breached. This too was breached. And that's why this problem is happening. I want to spend the rest of the time now speaking to all of you in looking at solutions for the future. How can we fix this for the future?
Sanket, I would take it this whole discussion to a different perspective. That's my personal perspective. One is today's police commissioner's press conference was not, it's basically looks like more of like a tit for tat. Same thing must be happening from the so-called number one or a number two channel. So both the stuffs are not acceptable in a democracy wherein we respect the media and we look for a right content rather than in a shouting and screaming. There is no doubt that the media requires much more accountability in today's date. I believe that is...
Surely, but Mr. Nambiar, if a fraud has been committed, there must be an investigation.
So the investigation, Sanket, investigation must happen, but only the police commissioner, the police commissioner is not required to come and do a press conference to say that there is an allegation in the public domain.
Mr. Nambiar, come on. It's a weird
I don't
situation.
think that is required. It can be even done by anybody else.
You will not be happy till the time the point being spoken is not in your favor. This is that sort of an argument.
Sanket, one more thing. There are every channel after another is running for the TRP ratings, which is a truth. And now some of them, maybe like a channel like yours, which is content oriented, may not be practicing it. But a lot of channels, one after another is running and saying that either I am the number one or my show is the number one, which is a reality.
Mr. Nambiar, here is the thing. Since you've asked a question on ratings, see, there is a parameter to judge your success or your failure in terms of numbers. Primarily because this is advertising driven. Now, should we want to improve that system? I think that's what is being debated over here.
No, Sanket, you have to let me speak for a minute.
When you are on YouTube, how do you measure your success? By the number of views.
Let me tell you, I think what Mr. Cherian said is not really the truth. I have been in the advertising industry for several years and run a successful advertising agency. All the advertising agency and corporates are much more knowledgeable and they all understands the TRPs and the BARC reports which you get is not really the real metrics. The people like a channel like you would command much more the advertising price than any other channel which may claims to be the number one or number two. People look for quality, and advertisers and corporates know where to invest the money, where is their target audience is. But I would like to look this on a larger perspective. I think there is a cleanup is required in the media as a sector and an industry.
Well
Rather
said.
than just a business, it should also have some kind of an ethical value, as the people of this country
that's
is looking
exactly
at
the purpose of this
the
discussion.
people of this country is
It is
looking
the
for
reason
news
why we are
channels
discussing this
as
at
the
9
one
p.m.
source
prime
of
time
information,
is to
which is
go
also a
beyond the
genuine
blame game,
information.
because we have done that for a very long time.
I am saying, Sanket, the people
Mr.
of this
Ketkar wants to
country
come
is
in.
looking for a genuine
And
genuine
Abhinandan Sikri and
information,
Professor Bhatt are
not
also with us,
opinion.
but Mr. Ketkar quickly wanted to come in.
Yeah,
And
I
then
just
Mr.
want to
Sikri and Geeta Bhatt.
I just want to make one point. Are we not alleging Facebook? Are we not alleging Cambridge Analytica? Are not Americans alleging the Russian system of information management? We are alleging that. And let us not unnecessarily, evade the issue by saying that it is for the first time that we came to know. A large number of media persons already knew such a scam was there, but nobody had the proof, and no investigative journalist, and that's a shame of the profession, no investigative journalist ever dared to investigate this particular scam. This is actually a multi-billion rupee scam, but apart from that, those scams will dominate only share markets like Harshad Mehta's. This dominates because this manipulates minds, this manipulates political opinion, this manipulates political regime change, and that is what was being done for quite some time, and we all tolerated it because we all tolerate because majority of the middle class viewers of the panel discussions were convinced
what
that
Mr. Ketkar
they
is saying is that
joined the game.
actually
They
the
joined
problem.
the
The
game.
problem is that
Okay, one by one, please, one by one.
Advertisers, corporates, all people must have investigated this before because it was known in the media industry, but everybody was keeping quiet. But nobody is keeping quiet on Facebook.
Sure,
and
it was a
Analytica.
worst, it was an open secret. It was
It
an
was
open
completely
secret.
open
Abhinandan
secret.
Sikri and Professor Bhatt are also with us. It was an open secret. Mr. Sikri, we've discussed this over and over again in the past also. You say that, your own platform is a subscription-based platform. There are its own struggles in this country. But do you think that this is a nice reflection point, a nice inflection point for all of us to look at a new model?
Absolutely. I think, it couldn't have come at a better time because the news model is broken, Sanket. And it hasn't broken for a long time. I'm sure many of your panelists have already said this, that it's an open secret. Although I would like to inform the previous panelists that on newslaundry.com, there's a report which we did in 2018 called How TV Ratings Are Fixed. And we have spoken about the various instances where BARC, and it was the same, Hansa was the same research company at that time also, that was accused of having leaked, or employees of them was accused of having leaked data and indulged in corruption. It happened in Madhya Pradesh. It happened in the south. So it's happened several times. In 2016, it happened. And in fact, NDTV went to court against STAM. I think that was 12 years ago. And again, the industry didn't want to fix it because, I will talk very responsibly, but the way ad dollars are spent or the ad rupees are spent is not either scientific when it comes to the data. B, even if you go that the data is scientific, even then there are many other wheels within wheels and favors that are done when ad money is committed to platforms. And while that may be okay in entertainment because it doesn't impact, democracy in a fundamental way, because democracy, the premise is that there is some sort of an information symmetry. People are informed, and therefore an informed citizenry votes a government that will serve them. That is why the news media is called the fourth pillar of democracy. It's not there in the constitution. Why do we call it? Because democracy itself assumes an informed citizenry. How does the citizenry stay informed? Through news media. If news media is so compromised because the revenue model is broken, democracy falls flat. And this is a time we can rescue at least this one institution, which is the media. I don't know about the rest, and maybe we can get to them at some point. But since we have an opportunity, this is a fantastic time. And like you said, News Laundry, we say, when the public pays, the public is served. And, I do think, and I've been telling, my friends at NDTV for the longest time, NDTV has a brand that can actually leverage its brand to get people to pay. You don't have to depend on advertisers. And also the problem with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica was different. This is outright corruption, 400 BC. that is a different issue. So I think we shouldn't mix up two issues.
Sure, sure. And as far as your suggestion is concerned, I'm sure Dr. Roy is listening and it's for him to decide. But Professor Bhatt, you've heard the suggestions, the points that have been raised by the experts as far as this discussion is concerned. I want to ask you one more fundamental, to bring in religion in everything has caused so much damage to the manner in which we consume news and how we have started impacting society. Now we know it's one cycle that you push your own agenda, then you reiterate it by saying, see, people are watching with fudged data, and then you keep regurgitating and recirculating that stale air. Even today, the explanation that was given by this mega anchor is that he's from Sanatan Dharma and that's why he's being targeted. Again, religion.
Well, I cannot speak for, what the anchor of the alleged news channel had said.
Sure,
but yes,
sure.
Sanatan
No, the
Dharma,
larger point
Sanatan
of
Dharma
bringing
is
in
an, yes,
religion
I am
in
coming to the
everything.
larger question. You see, the Sanatan Dharma is the, the eternal Dharma, which fortunately it does not come with a prescription. That is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma. It keeps evolving as it has traversed through centuries. That is the best part about it. However, coming to this point, most of the points have already been covered. I'll quickly try to put forth one or 2 points. Well, first is that again and again it is being reiterated that this has been an open secret. Everybody knew about it. Now, one example I want to put forth is that when this SSR case was going on, then Riya Chakravarti gave the first interview to a particular channel. In Mumbai, there were many cable operators. There were those who were irrespective of the channel, they were running a line underneath. Don't miss the first interview of this lady in the SSR case. Now, do we think that cable channels would have been doing this, just on word of mouth? So the point is that when we are talking of ethical journalism, now what the law and order agencies of the state of Maharashtra
I don't understand. Are you mixing?
What
you're suggesting is something which is called advertisement.
The last one, I waited patiently for half an hour. At least let me speak for a minute and then you can question me. Let me speak for a minute.
Sure,
I just want to put forth is that since they are questioning based on ethical journalism, considering that journalism is the fourth pillar of democracy, a watchdog of the executive, of the judiciary, of the state. But they are questioning. They have questioned one of the channels, one of the media houses. Now the point is that this is under question, but there are various other issues. For example, NBSA has, I think yesterday only, they have put a fine of rupees 1 lakh on a particular channel regarding some program on which was not related to the Sushant Singh case, and it has asked some of the channels to apologize on air. Now, since it is devoid of any legal action. Now, just see it. This is also, if you are giving some wrong information to the viewers, this is a larger question. Is this also to be questioned that you are giving some kind of, wrong or fake information to the viewers? Why is it that is
everything?
May I comment, please?
We here believe that one should question everything. Abhinandan wants to come.
There have been fraud charges on
I don't know. See,
alleges.
Professor Bhatt, if you ask me to comment on something that some other channel has done, how can I? How can I?
I just like to comment.
That's what I'm trying to say.
This is again becoming
so the point is that the state, when has raised this question, is it a kind of a witch hunt? Why? Because there are 2 other channels whose employees or owners have been already, their arrests have been made. But this particular channel has been left out. So is it that there is some, because we know the history behind, for the last couple of months.
Sure. One by one.
Between the state of Maharashtra.
I want to move beyond, see, the purpose of this debate was to move beyond this. The idea was to move beyond and look for solutions. But very quickly, Mr. Sikri wants to come in and then Jawahar Sarkar. Since he's the expert, I'll end with him. Abhinandan Sikri and then Jawahar Sarkar.
This is becoming about everything. What the NBA did was not incorrect facts. It was the aesthetic of using a hit wicket who is Sushant. It was not aesthetic. It was not up to taste. So we have to take what is not in the good spirit, not good ethics, and what is illegal. Now, when a professor puts everything in the same bhaji and starts stirring it, you'll not get any solutions. We have to be clear. I think what some of those channels did was vile, but it was not illegal. You see, we have to make a distinction. We can't say everything is the same thing. So chalo bhaji banao, wo to bana rahe hain, kab se kuch hua hai.
Yeah.
So especially if you're an academic.
Okay, Jawahar Sarkar, very quickly.
What is illegal
I got
and what
it,
is
Mrs.
unethical?
Jawahar Sarkar, very quickly, running out of time.
Yeah.
N. Ram and Jawahar Sarkar, very quickly, Mr. Sarkar, I want to ask you the
Sanket,
solution
only 1
going
minute.
forward and solution outside the ambit of investigation and courts.
This system
That one
has
solution you can give.
This system requires more accountability. There is no accountability on any score. You can make profits, you can make losses. Every time someone crosses the Lakshman Rekha or whatever you call it of speech, when somebody starts making wild allegations, somebody raises the tempo, the decibels, he needs to be cut off. It doesn't matter what view he's putting forward. He's lowering the public debate, the level of public debate, beneath a point of acceptability. There are many structural reforms that can be brought in, but where is the political will? Where is the political will? If they gain out of such, if they gain out of such a system,
Sanket, I just wanted to have a quick rebuttal. What Mr. Sarkar was telling earlier also.
One by one, Mr. N. Ram, please. Mr. N. Ram, he has not spoken in a while. I want to go to Mr. N. Ram. Your last word, Mr. N. Ram. As a senior from this fraternity, I want to ask you, Mr. N. Ram. No, one moment. Only Mr. N. Ram. His will be the last word. I'm running out of time. Mr. N. Ram, what sort of television do you want to watch?
I fully agree with Mr. Sarkar that there should be more accountability. There should be accountability. We must make a clear distinction between the issues. We are not talking about broadcast reform here. We are talking about a rogue practice and a lack of accountability. And I think this attempt to divert attention from these issues, either by interrupting on a TV channel or alleging conspiracy theories, I think won't take you anywhere. This is a serious matter. And what is alleged is a criminal offense or a set of criminal offenses. This is not the first time it's happened. This issue goes back a long way. And, remember that NDTV in the previous system found a lot of data on it and went to a New York court. So I think the issues are very clear and we need to enforce this. Public pressure will work.
Okay.
I'm not sure that there's any need for any legal any regulatory
I just hope there is public pressure, because I will refuse to believe, and I'm sure all of our panelists will also agree, I refuse to believe that this is what people want all the time. I'm sure they want news the way it should be. Thank you very much, Professor Bhatt, Abhinandan Sikri, Kumar Ketkar, Dilip Cheran, N. Ram, Abhishek Tripathi, PKD Nambiar and Jawahar Sarkar. This was quite a discussion where we were able to accommodate a lot of views. We could not accommodate some of those views, but we are going to debate this again. And I promise you that we are going to keep debating and discussing this in the future as well, because things have to change.